Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Frank, and you know this, but with me, as always,
is Albert,
yes.
indeed, and with me, as always, is Frank.
It's Frank.
Frank, how are we doing?
Pretty good. We are on a second series of tonight, and it is between clan mythologies, Xeno, and he's up against ChinkYY, and currently, Xeno is up 1-0 in this best-of-3 series, which means that if Xeno wins this game, he advances to the loser bracket round 2, whereas ChinkYY unfortunately drops out.
Frank?
So, yeah.
Frank, Xeno is not making any drones.
You are quite right. My ramblings about tournament practicalities have distracted me from the game. There is no spawning pool coming up.
There is a spawning pool coming up.
Exactly.
There are no drones coming up, Frank. There are no drones.
No drones. Okay, so this is important. Xeno is going for an all-in Zergling rush, and it is very important for ChinkYY to scout this. If he scouts this properly...
Oh, this probe! Why? How does he know? He makes one pylon and he's already moving into scout. That's so quickly. Normally, maybe you would scout after your forge, but this is unbelievable. That's a great quick scout from ChinkYY.
Well, the thing is, if you're on a two-player map, you know exactly. You know that if you send out a probe, it will find your opponent. So that's a reason to scout, I guess. But you're right. It's not normal. And
it's not normal to scout this quickly, usually. And he's gonna see this, and he's gonna be able to defend this no problem. If he builds a forge right now at his main base, he can build a cannon. Yeah, he's building a forge, and this is gonna be really, really hard for Xeno to do anything right now.
Yep.
I think this is gonna be a very, very quick game, Frank.
It's going to be a very quick game one way or the other. ChinkYY's actually trying to create a wall off. He's actually his forge is positioned right between his Vespene geyser and his other pylon. He's now building a second pylon at the edge. So one more building there will block it off. That of course helps a lot if you're defending against Zerglings that try to run around. And Zerglings are indeed running around. The first 6 are already halfway through the map, on the way to his base, and 2 more trailing right behind.
But this cannon is already gonna be halfway done when his Zerglings are gonna walk in. And the only thing he needs to do is defend this cannon, make sure that his Zerglings don't kill it before it finishes, and then he's gonna be just fine.
Yep. I don't even. Yeah, the Zerglings might kill the cannon if they go unchecked, but of course the probes fighting back. They're like, no way, buddy. And now, of course, they're doing the mineral trick walk, where it's very hard for the Zerglings to target any of them. And the cannon is up. This is basically it. End of story,
man. This game's over, Frank. There's nothing. There's not a chance that that Xeno is gonna get back from this. I mean, he's building drones now, and he's building a queen now, but he's gonna be so far behind. He's gonna make a pylon at his opponent's natural, which is gonna deny the second his expansion for a little while, and he's just gonna get all his stack up. At this point, he could probably 4-gate and just win the game outright.
This is definitely looking very good for ChinkYY. But just the other day, we saw a game between AT's Giant and Myth.Viper, and I distinctly remember saying at some point during the cast, because it was on the broadcast, that Viper was dead, no way around it, Giant won it, and then the game completely turned around. Now I'm thinking...
This cannon is so well positioned, it covers all the buildings.
Yeah, this definitely looks like a cannon positioning that was thought about, not just any random emergency cannon that I used to.
Well, it's gonna be able to deny the second gas, actually. I really think, oh well, he doesn't have a lot of gas right now, but I really think he should be starting warp gate research really quickly.
That is true. He now has 50 gas, so he can start the research. Of course, the mothership core is nearly finished, and that will definitely be the end of the Zergling's presence in ChinkYY's base.
Indeed. He also has so much money right now. I wonder if he's gonna warp in 3 more gateways, or if he's gonna try to expand. As we can see, this pylon from ChinkYY is now taking out, which is gonna make him supply bot for a little while.
That's actually true. That's nice for Xeno, but still, he is leagues behind.
Yeah, he is.
If you look at the income tab, actually that's not too bad for Xeno, but of course the harvester tab is tells a bit of a tale.
Indeed it does. Well, if ChinkYY wants to get ahead, he has got to start chrono boosting all his probes as much as possible, so he can get really ahead and really think about what the next step of the plan is gonna be. I mean, he's making an extra forge right now, so he's probably gonna go for some kind of 1-1 gateway attack, I believe. But I'm really wondering.
No going down so far, not even on the first forge. I'm not sure. ChinkYY might think to himself, well, I have a big advantage. I might as well capitalize on that and just build up my army and push when I have a really strong force. I'm certain to win. Yeah, of course, you shouldn't give your Zerg opponent too much time. If he's taken a lot of big risks, like expanding all over the place, for example,
right.
He could come back. You could allow him a chance to do that. So I definitely think ChinkYY should put on some pressure in the near future. And he has a pylon position at the third, so he could start warping in some units as soon as Warp Gate finishes, which will be in about 20 or 18 seconds.
Indeed, he's making a Stargate right now. I don't know if this is the best option. Maybe if he couples it with a large gateway force, but if he's just gonna use the Stargate to build like Phoenixes or to build maybe an Oracle, I don't see that doing a lot of damage. So in the meantime, Xeno is not taking any risks. I mean, he's droning very heavily. He has hardly any units, but he's not taking a third base just yet. But he is slowly catching up, actually.
He is, yeah, but he doesn't really have a lot of vision on the map, so he doesn't really know what's going on, except for that one Overlord in the corner of ChinkYY's base. ChinkYY now going for extra gases in his natural, so it definitely looks like he wants to use this Stargate that he just made, but of course there are some Phoenixes popping out already.
Indeed, there is one on the way.
There goes the hallucinate Phoenix across the map.
Indeed. There's not an extra Phoenix being built right now. Oh, there is now. Yeah, that took a little bit of time, but you know, these little times that ChinkYY is not making workers, or sometimes he's not making a Phoenix, that's really gonna allow Xeno to catch up. If we can look at the workers right now, he's already ahead in workers, so he's not gonna be. I don't think he should keep Xeno on this economy for this long.
That is true, and in fact there is now an infestation pit for Xeno coming up. So tech-wise, he is also catching up. There should definitely be some action on ChinkYY's part in the near future, like we've been saying.
Indeed. And now there's a Robo coming up. I really don't agree with ChinkYY's plan right now. I suppose he wants to do a lot of damage with these Phoenixes, but I don't know if he's gonna succeed. There are no Overlord, there are hardly any Overlords spread out, so he can't really do a lot of damage with them. And well, there aren't a lot of queens. It's just one queen per base. But if he spots the Phoenixes, he's gonna be able to build a Spore Crawler right away and deny that really quickly. In the meantime,
I'm seeing something I like. The Enduring Locusts upgrade is going down in the Infestation Pit from Xeno. So we're probably going to see some Swarm Hosts.
Yeah, we already see 4 being built.
Oh, and the Nidus, actually. How did I miss this?
Yeah, the Nidus, I wonder where it's going down. Probably in the natural from ChinkYY.
Nope, right in the front door.
Yeah, he's going to try to do a lot of damage with this Nidus and Swarm Host attack. I wonder if it's gonna do a lot of damage. Of course, ChinkYY does not have any units right now which can really deal with the locusts.
That is kind of true. The Phoenixes are doing quite a lot of damage, actually picking off one of the Swarm Hosts before it can make its way into the Nidus Swarm and start attacking the front. But we now see the first locusts arriving at the front of ChinkYY. But I'm not. Yeah, there's how many? There's 3 Swarm Hosts. That is not an unsurmountable number of Swarm Hosts.
No, indeed, there isn't. That's not an unsurmountable. But he has 3 queens here. Oh, they're gonna get lifted.
All 3 of them, actually. I'm not sure if that's wise because now you don't have enough firepower to take them. Oh, actually, yeah, one of them goes down.
Yeah, he has a lot of Phoenixes at this point. Actually, this is gonna work, I think.
Yeah, look at this, man. It's a good thing that locusts don't shoot up, right? Oh, there is a Spore Crawler there.
Yeah, that's gonna be really annoying. He really has to deal with these locusts because these locusts are just doing free damage all the time.
That's true, but look at the Protoss army. You can just overrun these few locusts and then take out all of the Swarm Hosts. I mean, if he attacks, that is.
Indeed, but he's got to look out because these locusts do a lot of damage if you just try to confront them right now. But I think you can just pull them out of the ground, right, with the Phoenixes. Oh, of course, the Observer would just went down. Oh, because of the Spore Crawler.
This is pretty clever setup.
Indeed, it is.
But still, I'm not sure that ChinkYY couldn't overwhelm it by sheer force. And the Phoenix is moving back, actually taking out more swarm hosts before they're able to join up with their swarmy buddies. So that's good. Actually, yeah, one of the forges goes down at the front of ChinkYY to these locusts.
Yeah, indeed. There's now one Void Ray, which is gonna be really good against the swarm host. But yeah, Xeno is doing lots of damage with these locusts without really putting anything like minerals or gas into it.
Yeah, but I mean, ChinkYY the Protoss is taking his third base, whereas Zerg is not even working on that right now. Actually, warping in some Zealots at the Zerg's third base and do some damage because there's hardly any defense. In fact, there is no defense at all at the main base of Xeno. So he will be forced to retreat some of his units.
Yeah, he should retreat. And actually now another gateway is going down, I think, for ChinkYY if he focuses it right. Or maybe this Immortal. This Pylon is going down. Yeah, this four Swarmers are still continuing to do damage. But these Zealots are also doing damage, except there's a few Hydras right now which can deal with it. There's no Queen at both bases, which is gonna really deny all the larva production.
Oh, here we go, Swarm Host getting picked up. Of course, now is the time for the army to move in before the Swarm Host will drop down and take out the spores, are actually taking down the Phoenix pretty quickly. But look at the reinforcements piling out of the Nidus Worm. Yeah, so again, ChinkYY retreats into his base, and actually he doesn't have that much units left. Where is his forces?
Yeah, indeed. This is the problem. But in the meantime, these two zealots from ChinkYY are they're gonna kill this hatchery. And this is unbelievable. He's not doing anything. He has two swarm hosts, which could really do a lot of damage against the zealots, but they're not doing anything.
Dude, that is just a shame. You shouldn't lose your hatchery to two zealots. But of course, in the heat of the moment, so much going on, you can't really mind two zealots now, can you? Of course, what are two zealots gonna do?
Yeah, they're gonna kill your fucking hatch. I mean,
that's of course, really there's now 10 swarm hosts throwing out locusts all over the place. So yeah, ChinkYY's definitely having a harder time dealing with all of these locusts. He should try and push back, do something, because well, of course, the Zerg is now only on one base, so you could argue that ChinkYY just needs to hold out for just a little while until his army gets so
he
big.
needs to take a few more Colossus. These Colossus are gonna mean the world against these Locusts, because they do so much damage against this Locust. But he's gonna need like 2 or 3, I think, before he can really start pushing it back. And he also needs another Observer, or does he have one? I don't think he has an Observer right now. No, he needs one, of course, to see them.
Without Observers, no way you can see them burrow little swarm hosts.
Indeed. So he's got to be really careful. But he has 2 Colossus right now. So these.
Oh, look at the natural.
Zealots, and there's not a thing that Xeno can do.
Nothing. For now, he's pulling back some of the Hydras to defend the natural. Of course, it does go down, doesn't get cancelled. These Zealots are going to get taken out by the Hydras, but they've proved worthy of their task. They've taken out the natural yet again.
Yeah, they did. Oh, and now ChinkYY is pushing against his army with 2 Colossus. Does he have an Observer yet? Yeah.
No, but if all the swarm hosts start running, you don't need an Observer. Of course, they're running and immediately reburrowing. Lots of locusts spawning right now, and the Hydra is coming in to reinforce. But there's so many units from ChinkYY. I think he can actually stand down and fight. But of course,
he really needs this. He really needs this Observer right now. There is still one Spore Crawler, which could be really annoying for this Observer, but he should just park it out of his range. Yep. Now he has this Observer with his army, I think. And we're gonna see. He should be able to walk just over this entire army and win the game.
This is gonna be... Well, the Observer again losing its life to a Spore Crawler. This is unfortunate, but there's now so many... Look at the splash damage, by the way, that the Colossus are doing to the Swarm Host by shooting at the Spore Crawlers.
Yeah, that's insane.
You don't need any protection, you just need
But
splash.
he's still not able to kill these Swarm Hosts.
Nope, still not.
Still another Observer getting chronoed out. Well, if he's really careful with this Observer this time, look out for the Observer!
Oh, okay, there's actually some Corruptors coming in trying to deal with the Colossi, but there's so many Stalkers out. These Colossi, Corruptors are not going to do anything.
No, they're going to be taken out. This is the end.
This is GG.
Well, that was actually really tense, because Xeno was taking such a big risk with his early pull, but still managed to get back with those swarm hosts in the Nidus network. That was really on the brink of being a game for Xeno as well. Anyway.
Yeah, but well, of course, being up against a 3-base Protoss as a 2-base Zerg and then losing your natural, it spells nothing but doom, Albert.
That's true. It spells DOOM.
DOOM. We'll be back with game number 3 because right now it is tied 1-1 in this best of 3 series, which means that we need an ace match. Actually, that's a confusing name for an ace game, but you know, because it's not an ace match, it's an ace game in a match.
Yeah, that's true.
But
that's true.
we'll call it ace match nonetheless. We're going
Ace
to
match.
the ace match between Mythologies, Xeno, and ChinkYY.
Really exciting.